From Twin Peaks in San Francisco, you can see an island in the bay. A beautiful island. It's called Angel Island, but it has a tragic history. We decided to visit it. From the harbor we walked about 1 mile. Today there are the ruins of old buildings and a museum. But between 1910 and 1940 it was an immigration detention center, a place of great tragedy for many. This is the story we learned on Angel Island.
Many of the first Asian immigrants came to the United States for the same reason as Europeans: to escape poverty, hunger, and oppression. 10,000 Chinese were brought to the United States to build the railroad. Others came to look for gold. They all aspired to the better life and to help their families back home.
The Chinese were welcome when there was hard, dangerous work to do. But when economic problems arose, the Chinese were discriminated against and attacked. After many years of anti-Asian discrimination and propaganda, Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act. That was in 1882. The same year, the Statue of Liberty was placed in New York.
Chinese without family connections were excluded from coming to the United States. To enforce this exclusion, an immigration station was built on Angel Island in San Francisco Bay in 1910. From 1910 to 1940, 175,000 immigrants from Asia were detained at Angel Island in prison-like barracks, crowded together for weeks or months before being allowed to live in California or deport.
More than 100 women were crowded into these barracks and forced to live in conditions that were humiliating to many of them. Immigrants who were detained at Angel Island were put through a long process of interrogation in which they were asked difficult questions designed to trick them so they could be deported.
The agony of these times and the hopes for the future were expressed in the homes. The immigrants wrote on the walls. Though many were covered up when the barrack walls were painted, some were recovered.
As one immigrant from Hongshan wrote, there are tens of thousands of poems on those walls. They are all cries of suffering and sadness. The day I'm rid of this prison and become successful, I must remember that this chapter once existed.